I came from a family who suffered from drug addiction growing up. My biological father, went to prison when I was in 4th grade.
When I was a kid, I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I shared my bedroom with 2 of my older brothers.
My parents are from Cambodia. They don't speak any English. They depended a lot on me.
Where we lived, there was a lot of gang violence and drug use and not a very good neighborhood. It was a constant battle with my family and I, and who I wanted to be and who they were.
I just kind of felt like a lot of weight was on my shoulders, and I didn't really know how to tell them, like, hey, I can't do this.
I got suspended a lot, I got in a lot of fights, and that kind of became my image as a kid, was this troubled youth.
At that point in my life, I wasn't even thinking of going to college, or even graduating from high school wasn't even kind of a question.
I didn't understand what my future meant and what I needed to do to have a better future.
My parents didn't give me any guidance with college or any motivation to get to college.
GearUp, it was opportunity.
GearUp really kind of enlightened me that college was an option.
I'd never been in an environment like that before. It was so loving that I didn't understand what that was. When I found GearUp, it was like another parent to me. It was like that person to motivate me and push me to go to college. And once they came in, there was no going back.
Without GearUp, I would probably be still trying to figure out what I was doing with my life.
It kind of taught us to reach for the maximum, do the most that we possibly can with our self-goals.
They had such a phenomenal impact on me as people, not necessarily just because what GearUp taught, but because the directors and the coordinators spoke about the importance of education. And not only that, but also them allowing themselves to be human and say, hey, look, what are the struggles in your life? What is going on currently? It was that person who cared. That person who cared about where I was going, where I was at, and how I was going to apply and succeed in college. And it meant everything to me.
GearUp led me to where I'm at now. I want to enlighten kids. I want them to know that there's more to life.
I'd like to be a public servant, so I'd like to run for office, to be as impactful as I can and as a role model in my community. I ended up getting my degree in 2010 in Justice Studies, and then I went to law school right after that, and here I am in my 2nd year.
I'm the first person to ever go to college in my family, and that's like 5 siblings down, And I graduate from ASU in July, magna cum laude.
Melanie, Josh, Hector, they've all been my good friends since I was in junior high. GearUp really made a bond with us. We all had the outlook that just getting by every day was good for us. But what GearUp did was it took all of us and it made us encourage each other to do better with our lives.
It was the defining moment of my life that changed everything, because after I went to camp, opened my eyes, and then from that moment I've never stopped progressing forward. So without this GearUp program and these coordinators, I promise you, I wouldn't be here today. GearUp was there to just fill in all the crevices between everybody's issues and problems growing up, and it worked for me,
If it wasn't for NAU and GearUp, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. That's what it comes down to. And I wouldn't be working for what I'm working for.
GearUp has given me something that is irreplaceable, it's priceless, it's made my entire life.